I hope your week is off to a great start. Another Time Machine Tuesday is coming at you right now. Welcome back to Brickscale Studio. My name is Jeff. I'm so happy to have you with me for another episode of Build the Back to the Future DeLorean. So today we are going to be working on some more decorative wires, shocker, and then we are going to be installing the lower rear bulkhead, which is a very important component because it is what our circuit board attaches to, and all of the wiring and everything goes through that. So that's a very important component. So let's get into the build and we'll meet each other on the other end. So here's where we left off last time. We put in this door sill and we ran these wires. We also ran some wires down the middle here. We put in the seats, and today we're going to be working on this side, the passenger side. We're going to be putting in the door sill over here. We're also going to be putting in some more wiring. So let's get into that. So let me just put this aside for a second to show you the magazine. So here we are with issue 53. All right, so here are the parts here, cables and pipe sections, also the passenger door sill. Here are our instructions, here, and then the magazine. And then next issue, we get the rear bulkhead. So here are the parts for issue 53. Okay, so we have a passenger side door sill. We have two pipe sections, and then we've got some more wires here. We've got two cable ties. We've got a multicolor wire, and then we have three black wires. This one, all of the wires have these gray plugs at the end. So these two black wires are thinner than this black wire. This one is thicker, and then we have a multicolored wire. So these are going to snake down the side, just like we did over here. This is going to snake down the side here. So let's get into this. All right, actually the first thing we're going to do is we are going to assemble this pipe together. So these two sections just go together like this, and we are going to be putting those together with an AP screw. All right, so that is nice and tight. All right, so we are going to have this piece with sort of the angle here is going to go toward the rear, and this piece is going to go toward the front. And those are going to go in these holes right here. And there is a hole under the dash that this is going to fit into, just like so. And then that's going to go in just like that, and that's going to be secured in with FP screws. All right, and that is all there is to affixing that pipe. Next, we're going to take the passenger door sill, and that, just like the one on the other side, that is going to go in just like so, and be secured again with FP screws. Okay, so that is secure there. So the next step is we want to take all of our wires that we got in this pack, and we want to have all of the little gray plugs at one end. This is similar to what we've done before on the other side. This time we're just doing it on the passenger side. It wants us to secure these again with these zip ties here. And again, these are just approximations, and you don't need to do these up super, super tight, so you can still kind of manipulate them. The thing on this side, though, that we don't have to worry about, on this side we had the handbrake, so you wanted to make sure that your zip ties were on either side of that. Here we don't have anything like that, so it's not too crucial. You're just bundling the wires together. All right, so of course, so this end, so again, you want the end with all of the metal, or all of the little gray ends here, to go toward the rear of the car. And this is just gonna snake along the door sill. So we want to feed, and this is gonna be a little tricky because we've got so many wires coming out of this already. I might just see, yeah, so there we go. That was pretty easy. So of course it wants us to take this little tab off and put these under. So we're gonna do that now. Okay, well, that wasn't too tricky. All right, so now we have those wires secured. So again, we just want to feed this along the door sill, just like we did. And the picture is showing it coming out on the outside of this pipe. So there, just like so. All right, so that was it for issue 53. So now we are moving on to issue 54. Let me move this aside some more here. There we go. So here we have the bulkhead, cylinders, pipes, some other things here. So we're going to be attaching some wires, fun. And then the magazine. And then our parts for next issue. All right, so here are the parts for 54. All right, I'm going to set the bulkhead over here. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be taking this piece, which they're calling the junction box, and we're going to be taking, so this is where it's going to start getting a little tricky because we have all of these wires in here and it's just a big jumble mess. So it's wanting these, I'm trying to separate them here. And I know that it's going to be hard for you to see this, but these little single small wires that they're just the decorative wires. They don't have plugs on them and they don't connect to the circuit board. So they're going to go into this little junction box. So we want a red and a black wire at the bottom. Okay, so we got red and black in the bottom. All right, and then we want a red and a black in the middle. The red ones are pretty easy because you can see them against the black plate, but the black ones are hard because it is black on black, and it just the wire just kind of blends in with the junction box here. You want to definitely hook those wires once you get them in there, because as you're trying to manipulate these other ones, you're going to pull the ones that you've already got in out. All right, and then we just have the red one to go into the top. I left myself enough room because now we have to attach this junction box to the bulkhead. So there is a locating lug and a screw hole. So that's going to go in with an AP screw. Okay, perfect. So we have that. Okay, so it looks like, so this is going on like so, and all of the non-functional wires are going to be coming out the top. And all of the functional wires, the ones that we're actually going to be plugging into the circuit board, those are going to be coming out the back here. So I'm just consulting the diagram here to make sure that I have all the correct wires poking out where they need to poke out, because we don't want to have to, get this in there and then take it apart. So this is going in with 4 FP screws. Okay, so now we have this bulkhead in. So next we're going to take this piece, which is the base, very imaginative. So we're going to take the base, and we want it this way, and then we're going to take this, which looks like a fire, oh, nope, it's just cylinder, and then we just have pipes. Cylinder and pipes. So we want to take the cylinder, and that is going to go in just like so, and that's going to be secured in with 2 AP screws, and there's 2. All right, now we're just going to take the pipes, and I believe, yes, these have a keyhole pattern, so they can only go on one way. So one is going on this way, and one is going on the other way. So those again are going in with AP screws. So that is in. And then the other one is going to be going facing this way. Alright, so there are those 2 pieces in. So now we want to take this multicolored wire. It wants to go right in there, and I think I'm going to put a little glue in there so that it stays. Otherwise we're going to keep fighting with it, trying to come out. Let me just... Alright, and then this piece is going to go right here. And there is the other side. That is where we are for issue 54. And bring over issue 55, which is here. And we are putting on, let's see, details for the bulkhead. So it looks like got some speakers, a little switch, the bulkhead hatch, and an adhesive sticker, which we'll definitely talk about here in a second. So here are our instructions. And then in our next episode, we'll be tackling the circuit board. All right, here are the parts for issue 55. All right, so we want to take our bulkhead hatch, and we want the holes on the left side, and we're going to take one of our speakers, and then we're going to take our, I believe they called this a switch. Yes, switches, I'm sorry, switches. And that is going to go just like so. And we are going to put those in, both of those with AP screws. There's the speaker. And that's the switches. Okay, perfect. So I'm going to set the other speaker aside and this adhesive sticker aside. We bring back the DeLorean, the car here. All right, so this is going to go. Now with this bulkhead, it's a little harder to see. So that's going to go like that. This is going to go right in here like this. And that is going to be secured in with BP screws. So we had the speaker on the passenger side, and now we're going to put the speaker on the driver's side. So we want to take this and we want to place it. There's a lug and a locating hole there. So we just guide it in, and this is going in with an AP screw from the back side. All right, so now we have the driver's side speaker in. And now, very, very important, we have, in the next episode, we are going to be placing a circuit board over this area, and these two screws are problematic. They will cause the circuit, if they come in contact with the circuit board, it will cause the circuit board to short out. So what we want to do is they've given us this sticker, and we want to put the sticker over these screw holes. All right, and we want to make sure that we cover both of those screw holes just like that. So that should look like that. All right, so that is the end of issue 55, and that is the end of the DeLorean portion. All right, so let's move on to the Lego portion. Here is the Lego portion, and I have this upside down at the moment. If you remember last time, we sort of built up this area and worked along here. We also did some work in here. And then if also you will remember that we used all of the parts for bag 5, and so I just opened bag 6 over here. So we have a brand new tray of parts, and we're going to be doing steps 182 through 196 for the Lego portion today. So let's get into that. All right, so we ended up going a little over again because we wanted to finish both parts. So basically, what we did today for the Lego is this portion up here, these two pieces, and a couple pieces underneath. And then for the DeLorean, we got these wires in, this pipe, the door sill, we got the bulkhead in, and we got all these wires sort of managed here. So that is where we are for this episode. All right, so that was the end of the build for, we are up to episode 14 now. Wow, that's crazy. So this episode, pretty straightforward. We only did 3 issues in the part work this time because of the way that the issues were split up and the way that I've split up the episodes. I wanted to make sure at the end of the next episode we had a clean break because we're going to start moving to a different part of the vehicle. We've been working for the last few weeks on the passenger area with the seats and the wiring and the dashboard. And at the end of the next episode, we are going to be putting the passenger side, the passenger compartment away, and we're going to be working on the frame. So we're doing 3 issues in this episode, 4 issues in the next episode. Then we're putting the passenger compartment away, and we're working on the frame of the vehicle with the windshield and the hood. So look forward to that. So let's do a quick summary of our steps and our parts. So in this episode, we completed 37 steps in the part work and used 20 parts. And for the Lego, we completed 27 steps and used 57 parts. So total to date for the part work build, we have completed 509 steps and used 386 parts. And for the Lego version, we have completed 375 steps and used 870 parts. So as always, be sure to like, subscribe, share, and comment on these videos. It really helps to get them noticed by YouTube and other YouTube viewers. And then if you have any questions, feel free to post a comment, and I will answer them in a future episode. So until then, happy building, take care, be kind to each other, and I'll see you soon.